Hey guys, we ended up here once again. I'm talking about Fall Guys releasing on Xbox, and I feel like this is never going to end, but I did think it was worth making an update video of sorts because I've seen a lot of people commenting recently on other previous videos on this topic asking, man, it's been 4 months, is this game ever going to come to Xbox? So I'm going to attempt to answer that for you guys today, and hopefully you guys take a lot of information away from this video just in regards to what is happening with Fall Guys coming to Xbox. So to start this off, I want to refer back to a video that I did about 4 months ago. It was my main and first video on this topic, and this was when Fall Guys was at its peak hype, I would say. And in that video, I talked about how Mediatonics is following the same path that Psyonix did with Rocket League when they released it, which was they brought it to PS4 first, and they released it on PS4 as a free monthly exclusive game to PS4, and then after I believe 6 or 7 months passed, then they ended up bringing it to Rocket League as well as PC. And while Fall Guys first brought it to both PS4 and PC, they were openly stating that they were following this same path that Psyonix did with Rocket League, which was releasing it as a PlayStation exclusive first, and then they were going to bring it to Xbox down the line. So again, the time frame that I talked about in that video was 6 to 7 months. Now, shortly after that video, I made another one talking about how Fall Guys was actually ready to release at that moment in time on Xbox, so it wasn't an issue of the developers needing to make it compatible in terms of the model on Xbox. They were ready to do it. The problem was that they did not want to. And so I still get a good amount of comments saying like, man, it's been 4 months and this game still is not out. Why? Because they watched that video saying that it was ready to be on Xbox, and I am holding true to my original video and my original statements that I made, and I don't want to make this an I told you so moment, but again, I am sticking to what I said originally, that they are following the Rocket League path, and so it's going to be 6 to 7 months after launch that they are going to bring it to Xbox, which means that we likely will not be seeing Fall Guys on Xbox until February or March. Obviously, they might not copy that path exactly. They might release it at some point in January 2021. Maybe they'll release it later in April or May. But again, it looks like this is the path they're taking. Actually, let me amend that. They said that this was the path that they're taking, and so we will probably see Fall Guys releasing in the next couple months. However, and this is really important, it is probably not a good thing to compare Rocket League to Fall Guys because they are much different games, both in terms of just how they play and their replayability, and in terms of their longevity and how they perform. So if you look at Rocket League, it came out and it developed a very loyal player base on PS4, and that is because Rocket League is just a different game fundamentally. It's a lot more replayable. You can really track how much better you're getting over time through these ranks. You really have to develop your skill over time, and it is not, and this is the huge thing, it is not dependent on updates to be a consistently playable game. Fall Guys is pretty much the opposite. It requires consistent updates to be a replayable game. Otherwise, a lot of people are going to get bored with it. And this was its exact problem. It did not add updates for over a month. And so a huge chunk of that player base that was really enjoying the game at the beginning did not stick around. I'm one of those people. And as a result, a huge part of the player base ended up falling off and not really playing the game anymore. And so this has a huge impact on this original plan that they had, because I remember that they made a statement back in August talking about how the thing that they were waiting for in terms of releasing Fall Guys on Xbox was continuous and consistent demand for the game on that platform. And so while there was a ton of demand for it originally, the player base really died and not as many people were asking for it as time went on, and maybe that was the thing that they were looking for that Rocket League had, but Fall Guys ended up not having. So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I will acknowledge that this could mean that Fall Guys may never end up coming to Xbox because the developers may end up turning to a different project because they don't think that it will be worth their while to bring it to Xbox. Now again, This is not 100% certain because, as I said earlier, it is ready to go on Xbox. It probably would not take too much effort to put it on that platform, but again, they may just try to turn their efforts to other games that they can develop because they don't think that they can make Fall Guys into what it once was, a sustainable and really replayable game like it was at the beginning. So to summarize, as I originally stated a few months ago, Fall Guys is going to be coming to Xbox in the next couple of months if the developers are going to bring it to Xbox at all. If they decide not to because the game's pretty much dead for a lot of people, then it will never come, obviously, but if they do end up releasing it, it will be in the next couple months. I know that's a big bummer to hear, but on the bright side, a lot of people, when I told them originally 6 to 7 months, 4 months ago, they're like, no way, that's going to be so long, it's going to be dead by then. Yes, it is dead by then. However, at least we're maybe like 2-3 months away from you being able to play it, so that's looking on the bright side, but it looks like it still won't be for a couple more months if it does end up coming. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I do really appreciate you watching this video. I will say I'm not going to continue to make Fall Guys videos. Maybe I'll make the occasional Fall Guys update on Xbox because I know that a lot of people are asking for that, and I don't know if I've seen anybody else really do it. So I will continue to do that if I see it, but I'm not going to make any more Fall Guys content really other than this kind of stuff. I'm probably going to post more Cold War content, maybe Warzone, probably not Modern Warfare, just Call of Duty stuff in general going forward if I do continue to post. I don't have a lot of like consistent fans keeping me accountable with posting, so I pretty much post when I feel like it, but if I do post, again, I'm probably going to be posting Cold War, maybe zombies, maybe multiplayer, not quite sure. But if you have any suggestions for that, on a question you have or anything like that that I can make a video on, I can do that. I just realized that since this video is going on a lot longer than I originally thought it would, I have to replay the original fall ball clip from the beginning of the video, so I apologize for that. But one more thing I do want to say really briefly is that I will continue to post at some point in the future. I'm not quite sure when I'll find that spark to grind out a bunch of uploads again, but I do always orient my videos into being very helpful and answering questions that you guys have. So if you are interested in more things like this in terms of Fall Guys Xbox updates, make sure you subscribe for that, because like I said, I will be doing that again in the future, and as well as Cold War content. If you do want to see some type of Cold War content, probably more helpful videos, I will be posting those as well. So obviously it's a free subscription, you don't really lose anything from subscribing, and you can also unsubscribe at any time if you don't feel like seeing the videos anymore. That's okay too, but I will point that out because again, I do try to focus on being helpful. So if you guys are looking to have questions answered like these or in Call of Duty, that's definitely an option that you guys have. I'll end it here because I don't want to keep on talking forever, but one last thing I'll say is that I do really appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching all the way through, and I'll see you guys later.